Vande student. At the moment we are learning chapter Rise of Hitler and Nazism. In this video, I'm going to inform you about whatever we have learned till date. Okay, so be ready for the same. Our chapter is Nazism and Rise of Hitler. Now, let us have a background about this chapter. We've already learned this. This is destiny game. In 1945, an 11-year-old boy called Helmut was lying in the bed. He overheard his parents discussing about to commit suicide, whether he himself commits suicide or all family members. Next day, his father took him on picnic. They had a great fun, and in the night that day, he shot himself. Later, Helmut came to know that his father was a Nazi, a supporter of Hitler, who wanted to make Germany a superpower. So here, what is Nazi? Nazism is a structure of idea about what politics, whose leader was Adolf Hitler. You can see here Germany, where Germany is located. Germany is, I can say, Central European country, more little bit towards west, but I think it's a perfectly Central European country, surrounded by Netherlands. Now, this is current political. Belgium, Switzerland, France, just Republic. Okay, and we are coming now to the chapter, and first part is Weimar Republic. Now, Weimar was a culture center in Germany. Now, we are talking about First World War, which was between 1914 to 1918, 4 years. Germany fought this war against allies, that is England, France, and Russia. Well, initial stage, Germany was able to occupy some part of France and Belgium, but in 1917, US joined them and allies won and Germans were defeated. In Second World War, Germany surrendered to allies, the same allies. We are talking about First War. In Second World War also, Germany surrendered to allies. But what happened in Second World War? And why Hitler is considered as responsible? We are going to learn about that. Now, Germany during Second World War attacked allies with genocidal war. That means war which killed large number of people. They put many people in the gassing chambers as Auschwitz in Germany. Is in Poland now. 6 million Jews, 1 million Polish civilians, 70,000 Germans were killed. Now, after even losing Second World War, Allied power were not so strict on Germany. Germany had to sign a peace treaty, and this peace treaty signed by Weimar Republic because the king, Tsar Wilhelm, left in between the war. A peace treaty was signed in Versailles with allies by Germany, and it was very harsh treaty. Allies demilitarized Germany, occupied the mineral-rich area. Germany lost its overseas colony, 13% of territories to France, Poland, Denmark, and nearby countries. Now, when we talk about effects of war, we need to understand that the First World War left a deep impact on European society and culture. Soldiers were placed above the civilian. Politicians motivated soldiers to raise their voice. The reality that soldiers lived miserable lives. But the media was showing some other picture only. The First World War had a great financial impact on Germany, as they lost it all overseas colonies. And Germany killed massive people in genocide war. They carried war guilt and were forced to pay compensation to allies, and they had to pay experience compensation to them. And as Weimar Republic had to sign this, they were mocking people called November criminals. Now, political condition in Germany during after First World War running. People in Berlin, now Berlin is the capital of Germany, were really for Soviet style of governments. Okay, you remember, but that in Soviet, it was during same time new kind of a government started, Bolsheviks. Now, Weimar Republic opposed that, and these separatist leagues, they found out Communist Party. The point is simple here that politically Germany was not stable in those times. And at the same time, economic condition also become worse. Now, Germany at one time, point of a time, refused to pay compensation to France after the loss of war. So French occupied the famous industrial area called Ruhr coal-field. Germany started paper currency after they lost their coal-field to France. Because of this, its paper currency lost its value and money fell, and US dollar rose from 24 marks to somewhere in the trillions. It was a very difficult condition in Germany. The prices of the thing increased very high due to the loss of value of their currency. And this kind of a thing is called as the hyperinflation. Now we're coming to the era of deflation part. US tried to help Germany out by giving some short-term loans. But in 1929, even US faced a big problem. The Wall Street Exchange, that is America's stock exchange, the world's biggest stock exchange, crashed. Even by 1929 to 32, the income of USA fell by half. Factories were shut down, export fell down. So now America was not in a position to help Germany. Germany's total production reduced by 40%. Workers lost their jobs or were paid very less wage. Many people in Germany were seen on the street saying, "We are willing to do any work." Unemployed youth played cards, sat on the corners, and youth got involved in criminal activity. Even peasantries and businesses affected by this, because agriculture prices fell down. Okay. Weimar Republic also was not a stable kind of government, and this all thing actually gave rise to dictatorship, or we can say that gave rise to Hitler. We're coming to the now second part of the chapter, that is how Hitler rose to power. The crisis in economic political condition in society formed the background to Hitler rising power. He acted as a messenger in army during the First World War, and he won various medals for his bravery. Hitler was very furious about the Germany's defeat in the First World War and was completely mad because of the Versailles Treaty. He joined one party in 1919 during the class, and as I told you, interesting story about that. And he renamed that party as National Socialist German Worker Party, later came to be known as Nazi Party. He took over charge of that. Now, during hyperinflation time, Great Depression time, when people lost their job, banks collapsed, Nazi came up as the single largest party with 37% of votes. We need to understand here one thing: Hitler was a powerful speaker. His patience and words moved people. He promised providing employment for those looking for work, secure future for youth, and restored dignity of Germans. He started new style of politics. He was very well aware about the significance of rituals, mass mobilizations. So his rallies were full of power-packed performance with the red banners, swastika, with a round of applause. Hey, Hitler, that was very famous, right? A massive show. And Nazis were successfully able to present Hitler as a messiah, a one who is going to save us from the difficult situation. So in 1932, Hitler came into the power. He became the chancellor. What is prime minister to us? That is chancellor to Germany. When got power, Hitler broke systematically democratic structure. The fire decree was passed on 28 February 1933. It suspended all civic rights, the freedom of speech, press, assembly, whatever the guaranteed. Well, his first targets were communist, and they always said to the constitution camp. Then in March, Enabling Act was passed, in which gave all powers in hands of Hitler. They became complete dictatorship by removing democracy. All political parties except Nazis were banned. Nazis created their own security forces to exercise control over people, which include SA, stormtroopers, Gestapo, protection squad, security system, and regular police in green uniform. And all the security people got extra constitutional power. Within 3 months of his rule, he completely destructed democracy and established dictatorship. His main focus was reconstruction of economy, the reconstruction of the Germany. He appointed Hjalmar Sachs to recover economy by giving aim at full production of goods in industry, employment to people, etc. And he became very successful into that. Soon Germany started to get the gains of economic development. Hitler made foreign policy, which he invited various League of Nations in 1930s. And after this policy occupied Rhine-Neckar, it was taken away by France. And joined merged Austria and Germany under the one slogan, one people, one empire, and one leader. Then he went to the neighboring state, that is Czechoslovakia. There was one area of Czechoslovakia, Sudetenland, and he took away that area also. In between, Sachs advised him not to go too fast. Then he removed Sachs. In 1933, he moved ahead from the Czechoslovakia and invaded Poland and started war, a Second World War actually, a beginning of Second World War with France and England. So up till now, we have learned till here, right? From here onwards, we will move ahead in this chapter. Till then, goodbye. Jai Hind.